I'm just trying to do a mic check, just to see what is going on. We had in this previous live session, my microphone was like apparently all like just gnarled up, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's something that we need to address or not. Sounds better, does it? Thank you. Does it sound like it's a similar quality, or is it just absent with the cracking? Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just keep practicing a little bit here. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if what happens if the cache builds up, or if something, I don't know exactly what causes that audio glitch, so I'm just going to run it to test it for a little while. And if you guys want to hang out, you're absolutely more than welcome to hang out and ask questions if you like. Now's a great time to do that, because I'm not really like, I'm going to take another probably 5 or 10 minutes or so just to kind of hang out. So if you do have questions that you'd like to, that you think you'd like to check out, you're always welcome to ask in the live chat. So don't hesitate to do that. And I am here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time for 1 hour. Asking about scales because I am pretty advanced with my playing, bar chords, etc., etc., but I can't really get my head around applying scales and the theory behind them. Okay, let's do that using might need a little more sound in what? Might need a little more sound. Hey, let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look. Might be a little more sound. Might be a little more sound in the room. So, is there something interfering with what's going on, or are you just picking up more ambient sound? Oh, cool. B, really? Wow, that's quite an offer, man. I think I'm gonna do that with you and Raul. Some of that G run stuff, and we'll talk about scale. So if Tropic's still hanging around. Yeah, we'll all be able to moderate each other. Just... super simple, and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm just going to play it slowly so I can really understand what it is I'm doing. Used to say that he'd write some and learn them after writing them. You know, imagine that. So you put all of those pieces together. Let me give it a little more space to breathe. Up, down, up, down, down. So I have this really nice it's fret 5 on the D string, 5 on the B string. Raul is back in the house. Yo. Yo. Right here, right now, Tropic, but this is actually just G5, fret 5 on the D string, and then doubled by the open G string, and then supported and expanded and diatonicized by the 5th of the chord. So an A section, a 1, the first pass is going to be it's going to be the F sharp leading down, open D, hammer on to fret 4, and then down up on the G string, the open G, and up on the B string. So the way I'm piecing this together is through a very simple, it's not the chromatic scale yet, but we're going to introduce some chromatic pieces. It's major scale and major pentatonic. Raul, so what's going on? Yeah, sounds good now. All right, and now what's going on? This is basic. I switched iPhones. I have another iPhone, newer iPhone that I have, you know, just kicking around. I've got a drawer full of these old iPhones. So this is like an iPhone 12 or 13 or 14 Pro or something. But I've got a whole drawer full of these things. And I was trying to do it with my personal phone, which is the old XS Max that I've had for a decade, you know what I mean? But maybe it's just too much for the poor little thing. It's actually not a small form factor. The XX Max is just like, my son always used to make fun of me, like, Dad, what's it like talking on a tablet? So it's obviously not cool, but I love the phone. It was the first, you know, big phone. It's like the iPod 6, the very first iPod, you know, the white ones with the dial on them. Yeah, I used to have I had the first iPod 60, and I still have all of that stuff kicking around. I never get rid of any of it. I just collect the gear. I'll work on the G major pentatonic, which is, you know, it's from the old Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arms, you know, Doc Watson, the old Ain't Gonna Work on the Radio. Ain't gonna work on the floor. Gonna lay around this shack till the mail train gets back. Then I'll roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll. So there's a lot going on there with just that major pentatonic shape. So it's a really cool one for me because it's you know what, I'm going to hang out for another minute. Which means I've got to plug in I've got to just plug in my my MacBook because this one's going to die. Give me just a second. If you're hanging out, just make yourself at home and enjoy the cool breeze just for a second. I should be oh, hey, watch out. I should be working right now. But I guess I could construe playing the guitar as work, I guess, couldn't I? So why don't we just take another few minutes? I'm just going to take another few minutes, and I would be pleased if you wanted to join me in this pick-in-mouth endeavor. And let's see what we can do by way of getting this thing sorted out here. Bear with me just for one moment. If I don't electrocute myself, I'll be in good shape. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're in. I think we can probably manage a little while longer. And sweet sound, cool. All right. All right, so I'm going to go through this thread here. So sorry I don't have all the terminology down. The more I feel, the more free I feel. Yeah, I'm with you, Raul. Totally get that. Yeah, and if it owns me, it's out of here, you know, including people in my life. But it is one of those things that you have to be really careful about what owns you and and who you know, which master am I serving? I ask that a lot. Sorry, I don't have all the terminology down, but can you explain how you know how that scale fits with the first part? Oh, I see. Robbie's back. All right, so how do I tell which? All right, here's what's going to happen. So, is everyone here familiar with the Garden of Eden? The story of the garden, right? So, the way I understand music is we have a garden. We have a garden, okay? The garden was perfect, right? The garden was perfect up to a point. And then there was this fall of man thing or whatever, and then the whole narrative starts, and now we are where we are, and with each, you know, some of us claim that with each passing generation we get further and further away from Eden or perfection. And I don't, you know, maybe that's the case, and I think the only reason for that you might feel that way is that you know, maybe our parents, you know, our parents and our villages and our communities, maybe we could do a better job. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I think maybe we could do a better job communicating the important things to the general population that need to be communicated intergenerationally. Those things, you know, reading a book. You know, I like to read textbooks, so I'm not a really well-read novelist by any means, but it's taking the time to invite and explore together as a team. When you mount a team, you're only as strong as the weakest link on the team, and then you find, like, those limitations. When we overcome those limitations as a team, it really becomes something. And that's the way I like to look at my teams on the fretboard. I like to look at the scales that I might have at my disposal with my particular skill set at any given moment in time. So I like to think of those notes and those collections of tones as themes. And sometimes those themes get sometimes Bruce Coburn said it really well. Sometimes the best map will not guide you. You can't see what's around the bend. But even the dark places, sometimes the darkness is your friend. So it's one of those things that some of us talk about the major scale or scales or systems of teams of notes being like tension. There are systems of tension and systems of resolution. So those things are important to understand for me. And when I'm first starting with the scale, we can go back even a little bit further to that bluegrass a little bit. That's cool. Yeah, well done, Raul. That's really cool. Poets Monkey, hey, I'm sorry to miss some of these comments here. So here's an example of Society is Doomed, right? Musically. And I'm looking for color, I'm looking for what do I see as doomed? I'm playing a G riff right now, but if I can play that G riff with my last 3 fingers, which I can because I've trained myself to do all of these permutations over the years, another fingering to play the flat 9 in the bass. And then we can play the E flat right here, and then the G, the D in the bass, and then the D flat in the bass, and then the C in the bass. And then I have to change my fingers a little bit in order to get to that, the B in the bass, the B flat in the bass, and then the A in the bass is pretty easy. Flat in the bass, and then the G in the bass, going down again to F sharp in the bass, E in the bass, and then we're approaching again, E flat in the bass, which we find to resolve to the D in the bass. then we can start taking it into like melodic minors, and then we can use chord on top of chord, which is really why I'm really enjoying, like you read about, man, I am enjoying working through and revisiting the late great Mr. Ted Green's chord chemistry. Like, he thought about all of this stuff and took 12 hours a day for a lifetime, for 20 years, you know. So let's study this opportunity, because if I start playing the D chord like, you know, any, you know, country yodeler, I'm not really great at yodeling, so I'm not going to model it for you, but if I move that D up a half step, it does give us that little bit of tension, and a little bit of tension's not bad. And is it radio friendly? You know, I don't know. I think you can make anything radio friendly if you sneak it in just the right way. So I'm still haven't got into a chord yet. I'm just playing a scale. I'm just playing a chord that is going to go up a half step. But this time I'm going to bring that D note down, that bass note down, D, down a half step, and I haven't even started working on scales yet. I'm just conceptualizing with an open D chord. Or yeah, sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Right, you know, the John Denver approach to just living life, and a blissful life in the hills. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me cry. But we have another approach that we can use. So we have the D note. I'm going to bring the top half of the chord up while the bass note goes down one half step. Up a half step. I'm going up another half step with the chord while I'm going down another half step with the bass note. And then that's a B note, so I know I need to go to B flat, and then up again to A, and then A flat. Chords don't have to, we've proven through Charles Ives and Igor Stravinsky, the great 20th century composers, and Frank Zappa, and so many others that I'm not mentioning, that, you know, triads and our previous forms of music don't need to apply all the time. But if we want to apply those pieces of the past and have a respect and an understanding for from whence we all come, or whence we all came, it's a good idea to understand the scale. The major scale is a good place to start, because to me, that's Team Eden. It's Team Eden, right? And all of the other things that I am ever going to learn, they came from Team Eden. And they're one note following the next note. Very simple. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. So there's a lot going on here, but it doesn't have to feel like the whole burden of the world is on your shoulders all the time. I'm just remembering that all of these notes, they're the only 12 notes that humankind has ever really known. I mean, you know, and equal temperament, of course, right? Equal temperament is dividing the octave, or C, or open B. Into the fret 12 is the same as the open string, right? At a ratio of 2 to 1. Or 1200 cents higher, right? 1200, so each one of these frets, yeah, imagine this, think about this. So I only understand, my understanding of the word scale is limited, right? It's limited by, what is it limited by? Moving from one fret to the next. Well, if this is 1200 cents, what is this? That means the distance between this net right here and this fret right here, there are 100 just noticeable differences before we get to the other fret. That we don't have 100 frets between, you know, we have, our fingers are a certain proportion. So that's how we decide on a scale length based on Pythagorean triangles and you know, what is the scale length going to look like? Well, how does it fit my hand? There's so many variables to think about. But the basic part of it is do you know C major scale? And do you know it inside and out, upside down, backwards? On every string, do you know how to play C major scale on every string? All the white keys on the piano are the C major scale. There you go. Yeah, right on. Yeah, and the rest of it is all doomsdayers, right? The rest of them are all doomsdayers. So you don't, yeah, spend too much time. Don't spend too much time at C flat's house. You know what I mean? Or no, C flat's still white, right? You don't spend too much time at D flat's house. You know. But it, you know, there are other keys, right? So other key areas, and it's just so funny to think about how we've evolved to actually play music. Am I missing some good questions here? I'm sorry. Holy smokes, dude! Look at the live chat here. This is crazy. The country song vibe hits different. We make a funny song up if we could make a funny song up if I were a moderator. How did he manage to, okay, I'm way behind. There can be only one Highlander. I'm not sure we'll watch two shorts, came back, it's sounding much better, just puts him in a tunnel, the rest is crispy. A little crack here and there. Still getting the cracks, huh? Tropic. Thank you. Blues makes my hair stand up. Yeah. Tones pop. That Gibson Martin. All right. In my baby's arms. I felt that. Oh yeah. Oats Monkey. What's going on? That one he's playing. I saw a link to his attempt. Oh, yeah, this is a cool guitar, man. This is... Can I subscribe twice? Tropic and Neptune. Wow. What a compliment. Damn, that's like screenshotable. That's a screenshot right there. I'm gonna lose this stuff, so I don't know, like I think I'm gonna need some help as we start to jump off on this as the channel starts to kick off. I don't know how I'm gonna ever manage it, dude. um, there are a few of us here that have been here for a long time that, you know, that we're starting to develop some, we've got some public trust establishing itself right now, so that's good news. He meant for you to be here longer today, it seems. Robbie, you can't regret buying a Martin, I promise. Work is a 4-letter word, which I avoid them. Growth is good. Yes, liking. So if you do decide to buy one of these, if you do decide to buy one of these guitars, if you do it through the link, through the Guitar Center link, it helps support the channel. I don't know if it makes a difference to you or not. We like to go to local shops. Like we have like a local person that fixes tractors, and then another company that's bigger that moved into town. They're a conglomerate from out of town, so they'll take the community money and graft it, put it somewhere else, and not buy the T-ball t-shirts. Do you know what I mean? So I appreciate not wanting to, but Guitar Center is a public trust company, and so if you can find it from a local shop, probably better to do that. But I mail ordered this from a shop, and sight unseen, first time I've ever done it with a guitar. And I'll tell you what, I was really upset at first, but I needed to tweak the truss rod and get it set up, which I did. I brought it to 2 other people to set it up, and it just didn't work out. So I ended up doing the setup. I got all my tools out, set it up on the bench, and got old school on it. And man, this thing is a workhorse. Like, I call it a beater guitar. I would seriously, like, I would paddle my way home. If I lost my canoe paddle, I would rely on this guitar to get me home. Like this thing is going the distance, and it's a cool rig, man. I really like the rig. I gotta say, I've got to do like a year in, I think this month is I've had this guitar for a year now, and I love them. I really love it. I really do. It's really becoming a part of my collection. It's what I call a keeper, I think. Oh yeah. So here's another thing. Like if you're here, I'm here every morning every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's Eastern Time, and it's a more formal and less, it's a more like a warm up. It's just specifically designed to be a warm up session. It's not designed to be anything else, but it's fairly well attended. Oh yeah, there's that. There's just so much to talk about. Let's get back to the scale thing. Let's trip on that for a little bit. And this is great stuff, Unc. All right. It's like we all want a private. Oh shoot, man! I'm giving the stuff away now. How am I supposed to profit now? Ah, there's my good business sense going right out the window. What about 22 even scale? Oh, tell me more about that. Good morning, Cody's Tune Trove. Good morning. What about welcome some guy? I love that handle. Super handle. Heck of a handle. All the white keys and piano. All right, I'm catching up now. Bear with me just for one moment. Sorry to... Zach Attack, I've been watching your channel. Man, you are shredding like crazy over there. I love the Pantera stuff. I love the guitar too. Jeez, oh man. It brings me back to the old school. I'm a lot in E, mostly pentatonics. Yes. My go-to key's been driven. What's happening? All right, I think. Wait, what brand is the guitar? Should I share the link for the guitar? Are you guys not? You guys might not be patient enough for me to just sit here and do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I think there are only, I don't believe in a lot of things, but I believe this Martin guitar is legitimately like doing its job. Do you know what I mean? I legitimately believe that this Martin guitar is doing its job that I'm asking it to do, and otherwise I would never, I would never publicly announce anything like that. But I don't even know. Sometimes here it is. Let me just go to the product page and get the link that if you did decide to purchase this guitar, it would be. It would be through this link would, I don't even know. I'm going to put it in the general comments of this video, and I don't know if I can do that right now. But you can find, I think it's too long. Let me shorten the URL. I think this is getting out of hand. You know what? You can go to any other of my live streams, and what I'll do is I'll link it in a separate time. I just want to play the guitar right now. I think the idea is just to play the guitar. Yeah, it's not going to happen here today, unfortunately. But fortunately for you, you probably saved some money. Hey Robbie, see you tomorrow, man. Simple Man, like the Skinner song. Hey, from Nepal. So what if we... And then... So what is that? Simple. So how can we turn that into a chord progression, a chord solo like this? It's kind of a cool song to know. So back to the C major scale, we have, you know, a system of tones, a team, a tone team. Here we go, a tone team. And the C major scale is like the Eden team. So we have a whole, whole, half, and then whole, 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 half. So remember the whole is 2 frets. So from C, we count the movement, not the sedentary position. So moving up a whole step, up another whole step, half, whole, 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 and then half. And then we need to remember that descending. Half, whole, 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 half, whole, whole. So 2 wholes and then a half, 3 wholes. So it's 2 wholes and then a half, and then 3 wholes and then a half. And then that's it. It's all we ever need to remember. And then we can build, and then we stack, we skip 1 note, get up to the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 1, 3, 5, or C, E, G, C, G, or G, C, E, and then we have C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, and then C. We can find all of those notes on the guitar. So that's how I bridge the gap between tertiary harmony and the scale, the major scale. So there's also a thing called quartal harmony, or dyads, or, you know, 2-note chords, or intervals, and then quintal harmony, quartal harmony. You know, but tertiary harmony is large in part what we understand and what we accept as listenable on, you know, worldwide radio. Yeah. You got me started something. All of that's major scale, minor scale, or derivative thereof. Yeah. So we're starting with C, and then we have the C major scale, the 1, 3 to 5, and then the 1, the 4, and then the 6 makes the F chord, F, A, C, and then that's the 1 chord, C, E, G. Then the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord is the F. And that usually goes back and forth between this one kind of cadence. 4, back to 1, and then we go up to 5, which is G, B, and D. So is the audio pretty good still? Is it okay? Is it passable, do you think, for tomorrow? And that's really what I was just trying to do today, is just a quick mic check, and I really appreciate all of your help with that. So now I must away. All right. All right, let's see. Let me just finish up with some of these comments that you were gracious enough to share with me, so I'll go ahead and do that. Is Raul still on? Did I miss? Did Raul take it? Did he take? Oh, he took off. Shoot. All right. Tomorrow we'll talk about that. All right. Avid golfer. Good morning. Hello from Nepal. I really appreciate you being here, you guys, and of course, this is sort of like the obligatory thing that you have to do on the internet, right? Is sit around and say how emotionally invested I am and thankful I am for you, you know. And I just don't want to. I think you understand. I'm sincere. If I don't say it all the time, you know that I mean it. So I don't want to be one of those people that just sits around and says how thankful I am all the time. If I feel like it's like I need to say it, I'll definitely say it, but I'm not going to say it just because, you know, I don't, you know, it's got to be right. So I do appreciate you all being here. Oh, that being said, I do appreciate you all being here, though. Look at ceiling when I switch chord. That's a good comment right there. All right, so diminished on top of the G. Oh yeah. Really like that picking bit. Yeah, thanks, Tropic. All right. Skinner is fun because so many guitars you can do anything, rhythm or lead. Oh yeah, right on. So anyone else have the problem when they don't pick up the guitar unless they have a deadline or have to do something and that gives motivation? Yeah, I feel that. Schector, A minor, C major. I like that. You inverted the value system. That's cool. I like that. I'm on to you, man. I'm with you. What is Skinnered? Oh, what is Skinnered? Blues, I struggle to pick it up alone. I like to jam with anyone on other instruments, but doing a rhythm and lead forth with someone is so much different. Absolutely. Never heard of tertiary harmony before. Oh, okay. Tertiary harmony is harmony that we build in thirds, right? So we're just starting with C, you know, the C major scale, C up 1, 2, a third, and then we're stacking another third on top of it. So 1 scale degrees for C major, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So every 1, 2, 3, we'll use the 1 and then the 3. And then we'll go up 3 scale degrees from there, collect that note. And then we have a C, an E, and a G. And all we need to do is find C's, E's, and G's all over the guitar. And that's how we connect the chord to the scale that we're learning, right? So all of the chords that belong to C major scale are D minor, C major, D minor, E minor, F, and then G, up to A minor, and then B demented or diminished, and then back to C, B, A minor, G, F, D minor, up, E minor, D minor, and C. So that's how we build all of those chords, is using tertiary harmony. That's right. I can't read tabs, but unfortunately only sheet and numbers. That's okay. Also, Jason has a bunch of tutorials on different songs. You can, you, Tropic. Thank you very kindly. And then I'm coming to the end of these comments, this line of comments, and so the chat. So we'll get ready to depart for the day. Some guy that must be, I need to relearn sheet. What is it again? Tabs, finger on fret number. Yeah, good. All right. If you just come back again. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, this time of year. I'm here for 1 hour every weekday morning for the entire year of 2025. It's free, it's a warm-up, and you can ask those kinds of questions. That helps to inform the actual trajectory of what I am doing as I grow to 100,000 subscribers and beyond. So wouldn't it be cool if you were a part of helping this program just kind of reach more people? So definitely appreciate you being here, and definitely appreciate all of your support. And I'm not sure what else to say about that. But Tropic of Neptune, it's a lot better than it was, definitely. Okay, so the audio is still having some issues. Some guitar players are very technical, but it's missing something. You've got that feel and soul in your playing. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, wow, just really cool to hear that. It's possible if the metronome is too close, it could be interfering. Okay, I did put a fresh battery in that little some gun, so it's probably just, it's yelling a little too much, probably. Let's try the metronome off. Does that help at all? It has more meaning when it's not redundant. That's right, yeah. Samsuri as DC, AC/DC. Samsung, what are you thinking? Right on. All right, I think that's it. That's me for now. And thank you again for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully you're able to join in tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be ready to practice our morning ritual for guitar growth. And that is designed specifically for me to improve myself, number one, as a God-fearing man, and number two, as a family supporting man and community supporting man. Number four, probably way down there, is a guitar practitioner. So this is really designed to benefit me personally as a guitar practitioner, and it's caused me to get involved again with yogic training in the morning and at night, diet improvements, and other sleep patterns. So all of this, I'm finding, in order to operate on the guitar for a sustained period of time at high levels on the guitar, I'm finding that, or just show up every day, I'm finding that I need to edit my entire life, my entire, I have to do a whole wraparound program in my own life. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm not sure who's telling you what actually needs to be done. If you actually want to be a professor of the guitar yourself in the future, it does take a little bit of doing, or a guitar practitioner, or a guitar player, or a touring musician, or whatever, wild hair, spandex, whammy bars, jumping off columns of speakers into an audience to crowd surf, whoa. Whatever it is you're up to and into, it does require a little bit of effort, and I'm noticing that here on my end. And I wanted to just be sure I'm modeling that for you, communicating all of what it takes for me to manage and maintain just a little bit of proficiency that I have in my life, okay? So that's what's going on here. By and large, I wanted to be completely honest with you along the way about my successes and failures, so that you can help yourself, be aware of those. You'll probably do your own versions of those things, but at least being aware of those, you're not alone, all of that stuff. So that's really what's going on here with the morning ritual for guitar growth. And I definitely appreciate seeing you again tomorrow. And let's finish up. No more crackling. Good, but it sounds like it's in a bot. Damn it. I've got to figure this out. So I'm going to work on this audio. One of the things that I really want to do is just to broadcast from my phone and not have to worry about. If you guys can stick around for just one more second, I want to try something. Just 1 second. You can help me understand this. I want to take